A while back, I was going through my diary and I was surprised at the things I had written that God had actually told me. It's a diary of years back. And just that reminded me of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, where God actually replies to Habakkuk and tells him, write it down. The vision actually tells him, the vision is for an appointed time. Write it down on tablet so that a herald can run with it. And you see, sometimes the things that God speaks to us in a particular season, these visions that we get, sometimes it's dreams or scriptures that we get to hear God speak to us, they are for an appointed time. And when we fail to want to hear God, but also secondly, when we fail to write these things down, it is possible for us to even miss seasons that God might want us to enter or things that God might want to do in our lives. Because we are human and we can forget. It's like when you go to a meeting and you're given so many responsibilities and you fail to write them down. It is possible to forget, what was I supposed to do? And the same for us when you go into the presence of God, whether we are praying, whether we are studying scripture. Let's take this instruction that God gave Habakkuk to ourselves, because God replied to him and told him, this vision is for an appointed time, but take a tablet and write it down. Take a paper and write it down and note it down, so that either you can run with it or the vision might be for other people to run with this vision, just as you were told, so that a herald can run with it. So for us, let's take time. When you hear God instructing you in a particular way, write it down so that when that appointed time will come, you will know this is what God was saying. But also, let's go back. If probably you've heard God before, go back and see. Read those things that God has spoken to you before and see, is my life aligning to what God has spoken? Is my life in line with what is supposed to be happening in my life at this particular time? Because that vision is for an appointed time.